How's it going, everyone? It's Kenneth here, and the weather is rubbish. In fact, I think it's actually going to start raining soon. I wanted to do a quick video, and hopefully I can get it done before the rain starts, on a couple more seeds I'd like to plant today that I got from the Real Seed Catalogue. I've made a few other videos about them. You can watch them over there. Today I'm going to be doing or planting Kailaan stem broccoli and red iceberg lettuce. Red iceberg lettuce isn't that exciting. You don't really see it in the shops, but it's basically like an iceberg lettuce, and the outside leaves are red. But they seem pretty easy to grow, and we eat quite a lot of salads, so that's going to be quite good to see how it turns out. But the Kailaan stem broccoli is really interesting. It's got a few uses. It comes from Japan, and it's similar to the broccoli and the calabrese that we get, but it's been bred for its unusual flower shoot shape. The difference is it's been selected for juicy, succulent, thick stems rather than huge buds. It can be picked small, so 20 to 30 days, which is really cool. So if you plant these in successions, you could basically have really nice green shoots, you know, all summer long basically. Or you can leave it to grow for 60 to 70 days, in which case you get 3 cuts from it. So you cut the main stem and it'll grow side shoots from there. Which is also cool. It's not something that you cut and that's it, you know, it keeps on coming back, which is quite good. I thought for those reasons it would be a good vegetable to try, because it seems quite versatile. In terms of saving seed for them, so for the Kailaan stem broccoli, they will cross with other species including cabbage, kale, Brussels sprouts, sprouting broccoli and cauliflower. So they need to be at least 500 meters away from flowering plants of these species. Grow at 12-inch spacing, allowed to flower and mature fully, then harvest the seed pods once they become brown and papery. So it is pretty straightforward, but if you want to save these seeds along with other items that you might be growing on that list I just mentioned, you might not be able to, so you'd probably have to pick which out of the categories you would like to keep seed for. And the weather's getting really bad, so I might just take this inside. Okay, so I've got everything inside now. It's tipping it down outside, unfortunately. So I'm going to put the Kailaan stem broccoli in these little pots rather than those seed trays. I think they will get a bit bigger than the green, so it'll be easier to transplant them from here. It also says here that they are hot and cold tolerant, which is quite good. So you could probably, you know, I assume, grow them all year round. Yeah, plants in polytunnels or outdoors under fleece will grow well into winter. Every part of the plant is also edible, so you can harvest the flower stems as they appear before the flowers open. Let's see. Yeah, you can stir fry them or gently steam. Yeah, the seeds are quite big, so I think 1 seed per pot should be okay. That's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh, I'm planting 26, so that's quite a lot. What I'll probably do is have half of them as, you know, baby shoots and eat them early, and maybe try grow a few a bit bigger into winter, and you know, see how they fare. I hope you guys don't think these videos are getting a bit tedious. I know it's kind of like the same sort of format for every single one of these, you know, seed videos that I'm doing. At the moment, I don't really have much space in the garden to plant anything new. I'll put a picture up so you can see what, you know, how the other seeds are doing. Okay, the rain's actually stopped for a moment, so I thought I'd quickly come show you how everything's doing. Here is the red Ursa kale. I think it's actually red Russian kale as well. I think that it could be called that. This is a second succession that I planted of them. You can see there's quite a big difference, you know, in the size of those to those. Down here, these are the feather mustard greens. This is the Osaka purple, and I've planted extra successions of those. Those are in the various, you know, seed trays here and there. The germination on these was, you know, pretty good actually. There was a few in there that didn't grow, like there and there, a couple at the back, but you know, maybe I didn't put seeds there, I don't know. Same with the feather mustard greens, that didn't grow there and there, but overall I'm pretty happy. And you know, these look, or especially these look ready to go out soon, but like I said, I just need to make space in the garden. there is not much I can do at the moment until I harvest some things and just sort of sort the soil out. To show you what's been going on in the garden, I've been harvesting vegetables every single week, mainly greens and courgettes, and we've just gotten our first bunch of French dwarf beans, which is quite cool. Not much, you know, maybe enough for a couple of days, but some of the plants that I planted later on in the season are doing really well, and they haven't started flowering yet, but in the next sort of couple of weeks I reckon there'll be quite a lot of greens, a lot of beans on them to harvest, so that's quite cool. Other than that, you know, there's not much going on really. It's a lot of the hard work is done in the beginning of summer or in spring, when you're kind of getting the beds ready and doing loads and loads of seeds to plant out. Now that everything's planted, you know, I'm just basically doing some weeding, not as much as I probably should be doing, but just harvesting vegetables every week, and sort of starting to think a bit about next year. I know it's jumping the gun quite a lot, but I put a little video up last week about that, and I'll put the link in the description so you can watch that if you like. But on such a small scale like what I've got going on here, there's not much to do basically. So if you guys have any suggestions on anything that you would like to see, let me know, because you know these videos are just as much for you guys as they are for me. You know, I really enjoy making them, but I hope that you enjoy watching them. So if you've got any suggestions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll make videos on what you guys want to watch. So back to these, I've basically just covered them all with some soil. I think they should be okay, and I'll put them outside under cover. I'm not going to water them because this soil's quite moist anyway, but hopefully we get some warm weather next week and that'll get them germinating. What I'll probably do soon is, this is the last of the seeds that I can actually plant now, except I still have carrots to plant, but again I need space for those. But everything else that's it. I've got some onions that I need to plant, but I can only do that from August. Those are going to be grown over winter for a harvest next spring. But I'll get back into the garden more once I start harvesting stuff and making space for everything else, so you guys can see what's going on. I won't show you how I plant the lettuce, but basically I'll do those in the seed trays. The seeds are really long and, you know, small and pointy, so I'll probably put a couple per cell. And I've got until next month, I think, to plant these. So I'll probably plant some this week and some in a couple of weeks, so we can have some lettuce, you know, towards the end of autumn as well. So that's it for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and that you've been following on this series about seeds. I've certainly found it quite interesting, you know, growing different vegetables that I haven't really grown before. And I've never ever really planned growing stuff into winter either, so this is all new to me. Hopefully from next year I'll get into the habit of growing stuff all year round, because I basically want to have vegetables all the time. Anyway, leave a like and a comment, that would be really great. And if you want to carry on watching these videos, it would be great if you could subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Have a good weekend. See you later.